Ever wondered how a small idea can turn into a successful startup with the help of a crowd? Welcome to the world of crowdfunding, where dreams are brought to life through collective effort and support. Crowdfunding has emerged as a popular way for startups to raise funds, effectively transforming the landscape of startup financing. Through crowdfunding, entrepreneurs can share their ideas with the world, and those who believe in the vision can contribute financially to help make it a reality. It's a win-win situation. But like any investment, it comes with its own set of risks and rewards. For the risk taker, it offers the chance to be part of something potentially big from the ground up. For the cautious investor, it poses the challenge of discerning promising projects from the not-so-promising ones. Staying informed can make all the difference in making a successful investment. So, strap in as we dive into the 7 tips for backing the right startups. The first tip, and possibly the most important, is to do your research. Now, what does that mean in the context of crowdfunding? It means digging deep into the startup you're thinking of backing. Look at the founders. Who are they? What have they done before? Do they have a track record of success? Take the example of the Pebble e-paper watch. Before they launched their crowdfunding campaign, they already had a clear market demand and a dedicated team. The research was there for potential backers to see, but it's not just about the people, it's also about the product or service. Is there a market for it? What's the competition like? Are there any potential legal or regulatory hurdles? And then there's the financial side. What's the projected revenue? What's the business model? So you see, research is not just about Googling the company's name, it's about digging deep and understanding the startup from every angle. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to investing in startups. Second tip, make sure you understand the business model. Now, what does that really mean? Simply put, knowing the business model is about understanding how a startup plans to make money. It's the financial blueprint that shows how a company intends to sell its product or service and generate income. Take Oculus Rift as an example. Before Facebook acquired it, Oculus Rift had a clear business model. They developed cutting-edge virtual reality technology and sold it to consumers. This straightforward approach made them an attractive prospect for investors. Understanding the business model can provide insight into whether a startup is likely to succeed or fail. It can help you evaluate if the company's strategy is sustainable and if it has a long-term vision. It's not just about having a groundbreaking product or a unique service. Without a sustainable business model, even the most innovative ideas can fail. Third tip, look for startups with experienced teams. Now, why is this crucial? Well, startups are like ships embarking on uncharted waters. The journey is filled with uncertainties and challenges. Having an experienced team at the helm can make a world of difference. They've weathered the storms before and know how to navigate through rough seas. Take, for instance, the team behind Formlabs. Before they launched their successful crowdfunding campaign, they had already been immersed in the world of 3D printing. Their familiarity with the industry and its challenges gave them a strong foundation to build upon. Experience doesn't just mean having a track record in the same industry. It's about having the right blend of skills and knowledge to drive a startup forward. It's about leadership, resilience, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. So, when you're looking at potential startups to back, always check out the team behind the idea. An experienced team can often navigate the challenges of a startup more effectively. Fourth tip, always be aware of the risks. Let's be crystal clear here. Backing startups is not a walk in the park. It's a high-stakes game, not unlike a roller coaster ride. The highs can be dizzying, but the lows, well, they can be downright stomach-churning. Take, for instance, the case of Zeno Drones. They flew high on crowdfunding platforms, raking in millions from eager backers, but the dream quickly turned into a nightmare. They crashed and burned due to a lack of awareness about the risks involved. Investors were left in the lurch, their hard-earned money up in smoke. So before you jump in, remember, investing in startups is risky. There's always a chance, sometimes a pretty big one, that you might lose your investment. It's not for everyone. It's not for the faint-hearted. Investing in startups is not easy. Always consider the risks. Fifth tip, don't put all your eggs in one basket. an age-old piece of wisdom that holds true in the world of crowdfunding. When it comes to backing startups, diversifying your investments is a smart move. It's like having a safety net. Sure, you might be drawn to that one innovative tech startup with a promising pitch, but what if it doesn't take off as expected? You don't want to be left with nothing. Consider the savvy investor who backed a handful of tech startups. Not all of them were winners, mind you. Some fizzled out, as startups often do. But the ones that did succeed, they more than covered the losses from the others. That's the beauty of diversification. It spreads out the risk and can boost your overall return. It's not about backing every single startup that catches your eye. It's about carefully selecting a diverse mix of promising ventures. Remember, diversification is a key strategy in any form of investment. Sixth tip, look for startups with a strong community. Now, why does this matter? It's simple. A vibrant community shows there's a high level of interest in the startup's product or service. It's an indicator of a potential market. Take, for instance, Exploding Kittens. This was a card game that captivated a massive community even before it was officially launched. The creators used this community to validate their idea, build momentum, and when the time came to crowdfund, they had a ready-made pool of potential backers. The result, they smashed their funding goals. But it's not just about having a large number of followers, it's about engagement. Are people actively discussing the product, sharing it, and advocating for it? This is the sign of a strong community, and it can be a powerful indicator of a startup's potential success. So, when considering where to put your money, remember, a strong community can be a powerful indicator of potential success. Seventh and final tip, trust your gut. Now, this might seem a tad contradictory after all the emphasis on research, analysis, and logical decision-making. But let's face it, sometimes the magic happens when you listen to your intuition. Think about the early backers of Bitcoin. There was so much skepticism, so many naysayers. But these individuals, they trusted their gut. They saw something that others didn't. You see, your gut instinct is your subconscious mind drawing on past experiences and knowledge. It's an instinctual shortcut to a decision. It's not about throwing caution to the wind, it's about balancing rational thought with instinctual feeling. It's about recognizing that sometimes the numbers, the data, the facts, they don't tell the whole story. And remember, this is not about being reckless, it's about being brave. It's about having the courage to take a chance when everything aligns. The research, the team, the business model, and yes, your gut feeling. When all is said and done, sometimes you have to trust your gut. So there you have it, 7 tips for backing the right startups. Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane to recap what we've discussed. First and foremost, we emphasize the importance of doing your research. It's essential to know the ins and outs of the startup you're considering, from its mission and vision to its financial health and future projections. Secondly, we delved into understanding the business model. It's not enough to be dazzled by an innovative idea. You need to understand how this idea will generate revenue in the long run. Is the business model sustainable, scalable? These are crucial questions to ponder. We then talked about the significance of experienced teams. A startup's success often hinges on the competence of its team. Look for startups with founders and executives who have a proven track record in the industry. Our fourth tip was all about risk awareness. Investing in startups, like all investments, comes with its fair share of risks. It's crucial to be cognizant of these risks and to weigh them against potential returns. Next, we highlighted the importance of diversifying your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. Spreading your investments across different startups can help mitigate risk and increase the chances of getting a return on your investment. We also underlined the value of a strong community in our sixth tip. Startups with a robust community of supporters are often more likely to succeed. They not only provide financial backing, but also offer valuable feedback and promote the startup's product or service. Finally, we encourage you to trust your gut. While data and research are essential, sometimes your instinct can guide you in making the right investment decision. Remember, crowdfunding can be a great way to support innovative ideas, but always make sure you're making informed decisions.